Welcome back to the Geeky Dad Strike Back, Season 2, Chapter 2, Ghostwatch, Part 2.
Woohoo!
I'm Ian Duffy, and this week I'm joined by Craig Edwards.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And back again from his regeneration, Chris Moss.
Greetings and salutations.
How has everybody been? I mean, I feel like the last time we spoke to each other, the world's a vastly different place. Like I was talking with Mike and Chris too. Sorry, I mean Jenny in the last episode. We were saying like the last time we all sat down and spoke to each other, we had a queen. Now we've got a king.
Yes.
We've had two. We've basically had 3 prime ministers in that time.
We have.
I mean, we have, yeah. I mean, you know, we had Boris, who's a bit shit. Then we had Liz Truss, who's a lot shitter, and now we've got Rishi Sunak.
I don't like any of them.
Yeah,
I don't like any of them.
Nobody likes a Tory.
Just no.
Yeah. But let's move away from politics because we're not a politics podcast and we never will be. However, what have we been binging? What have we been watching over the past 3 months?
I watched all of Stranger Things.
Hey.
So I'm up to date with that now. Obviously, new season of Bleach has started, the 1,000-Year Blood War, and that new Chainsaw Man. So that's it, really. I've not watched.
Is that the Bleach that?
I'm gonna let a couple build up so I can watch some more of them and binge watch them a bit. But yeah, I'm enjoying them. Like I said, Bleach is brilliant. Like I said, it's proper. It's brutal. Like I said, it's brutal. Like I said, it's been ages since I read the manga for it, and like I said, I completely forgot how brutal what this chapter is. Like this 1,000-Year one, like some of the bits that have happened at the beginning. It's like bloody hell. They haven't held back in it.
Is that the Bleach that is on Disney Plus?
Yeah, well, they've got the original seasons on there. They've put all the seasons on there, and now they've put the 1,000-Year Blood War, which was where it got cancelled. It stopped, and now started it again.
Oh, that's good.
Basically, because I'm not too sure. I think it was because I think the author wasn't well, so it was rushed quite a bit. The manga, so I don't know what that if that's why they cancelled the series, because it was a lot of filler compared to the actual manga, because the anime was keeping up with the manga. So when that happens, you have to usually add filler into it, and I think a lot of people got sick of that in Bleach.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not sure. I think the author wasn't well. Like I said, you had to run the manga to finish it, and it wasn't the best. But like I said, you may change a bit in the anime, but I'll see when it gets to it. It's meant to be 50 episodes long, so we'll wait and see.
Nice.
Brilliant. Chris, is anything you've picked up in the past few months?
Well, we watched Stranger Things, so I can't even remember if we were still recording season 1 when we did so. But Ben and Dawn wanted to watch Stranger Things, so we did. We blitzed it right from season 1 right the way through. And yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, I'd only seen up to the beginning of season 3, when I was watching it just myself. So yeah, it was brilliant though. Yeah, it was really, really cool. So
I was halfway through when I stopped watching it. Season 2 had just long come out, and I was halfway through it, and then the missus was up in the summer holidays, so I was like, "Should we give it a watch?" She's like, "Okay." So
yeah,
we got all the way to the end of season 3, and when she went back home, I was like, "Sorry, I'm not waiting. I'm gonna carry on watching it." Watching it. So,
Oh, you cheat!
Nice.
Like I said, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah.
Well, before I say what I've been binging over the past few months, I am going to say this now. You've got a new anime fan in your midst. Our Tommy is mad on Naruto.
Naruto.
Nice.
Naruto.
I don't know. He calls it Naruto, so I don't watch it. But
call it Naruto.
yeah, we went to a MegaCon in end of July, beginning of August in Manchester, and he absolutely loved it. Ezra went as Darth Vader, and saw Darth Vader and went to get a picture with him, and he's basically hid inside my jacket for like 10 minutes straight. But he ever since, so that was so about nearly 3 months ago. Ezra is still not gone. Ezra just keeps going on about MegaCon every day. I want to go to MegaCon. I want to see Darth Vader. He said Darth Vader scares me, but I wear the costume, so I'm not scared.
Makes sense.
It does for a 2-year-old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's 2 now.
He's 2, and I swear to God, he's 2 going on 15. Some of the things he comes out with.
No.
What was it? Anyways, yeah. So we was at this MegaCon. All Tommy kept saying was Naruto. So all the Naruto stuff, and he just said, "Right, I want this." It was like the headband off it, and he was like £20. I ended up ordering it off Amazon for £5.
Tell him to watch.
Nice.
If he likes Naruto, tell him to watch Fairy Tail. He'll probably like that.
Fairy Tail. Well, I ended up getting him Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll's cool.
Yeah. I've got it on a free. I got it on like a free trial, but I cancelled the trial. But he's still been watching it, so I don't know what he's doing it. But thing was, he's like
you can watch it with adverts. I think Crunchyroll.
Oh, right.
Well,
He's
Can you?
I think you can.
Because I had it ages ago, and then I cancelled the subscription. But if you can watch it for free with ads, then I'll get back onto that.
I think you can, but it's like it'll start 2 minutes as an ad, and then it'd be like 8 minutes an ad, and then and then another ad after 2 minutes or something like that. I think that's when I first watched it.
All right.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't know why I've just said that actually, because I have websites that I can access to watch anime. So so I don't know why I'm suddenly like, oh, I'll get onto Crunchyroll. No, I probably won't at all. So,
but I tell you what, you like Jujutsu Kaisen as well, don't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh,
that and
man.
Chainsaw Man. I've been watching Chainsaw Man as well. That's wicked.
But the Jujutsu
Really
Kaisen, the manga, it's just so weird. Like,
yeah.
Season 2's out next year, and I can't wait for that. Where that gets up to in the manga. But like, I'm probably past where Season 2 will be up to in the manga, and it's just mental. Like, bloody Jozo Goto Sensei, like he's just fucking brutal as well. Like some of the stuff he can do. Like, I won't say anything because it'll spoil it. But yeah, wait till you see it. It's good.
Nice. Oh, looking forward to that then.
Yeah. I put Naruto on for Tommy, and he's 9 years old, and I thought it'd be the English dub, but wasn't it? It was the original Japanese, so he's been watching it with subtitles on for like
with subtitles.
months.
Yeah, that's better. I mean, I used to watch. I was younger, so before I kind of knew what anime was, and you see stuff like Laputa, Castle in the Sky, and stuff like that, and yeah, going to like subtitled rather than dubbed is just
Sometimes though, I do think dub is sometimes better in some of them. Like, there's only one anime where I think the dub is better than the original, and for some reason I think it's Dragon Ball Z. I think the dub voicing for Dragon Ball Z is just amazing, but then obviously the others, the subs for other animes are brilliant, far better than the dub. But for some reason, like I said, I just think Dragon Ball Z, the dubbed in that is just really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen like the non-dubbed version. It was the one that was on Cartoon Network. Hold on a second. But yeah, so Tommy is mad on that. But what I've been binging, well, like I was saying on the previous episode, we have a new favorite cartoon. We have 2 favorite new cartoons in our house, and it is Bluey. And Bluey is probably the first kids cartoon where I've not pictured the cast being massacred in some gruesome and violent way. It's just
so it's rubbish then.
No, it honestly is brilliant. I've actually grown a Facebook group, which is for adults who like Bluey, and
all like Bluey.
But
I don't know what this is.
It's literally an Australian kids cartoon show about anthropomorphic dogs, about 2 young little kids, like Peppa Pig, but better and actually decent and perfect like parents. I honestly, I was singing the show's praise and how I felt, but how do I put this?
Do you know
Go on.
one of the episodes got I don't know if it got banned or something removed out because they called
It got banned.
It got banned off Disney Plus,
Disney Plus,
but it's been reinstated now.
Is it the one with the thongs?
No, it's fart jokes.
No, not the fart jokes. It's the one with the thongs then, because Australian call sliders like flip flops. They call them thongs, so it's not on there. So it got taken off because they call them thongs.
Oh no, they probably just. I mean, I noticed Disney Plus have just changed some of the dialogue, so they probably just made it because there was an episode where they're talking about having the snip, and he just made it having the dog teeth out. It's but yeah, they've done stuff like that. But they did ban 2 episodes where had like big major fart references. But they added them a couple of weeks ago.
Is that the one with?
Anyway,
was it called? Is it what do you call it? Is it Fluffy or something? Did they call
Fluffy?
it?
Yeah, they did a Fluffy. Yeah. I mean, family. Yeah.
They are silly though, like some.
Yeah.
Like, why they ban some things like that?
Yeah, I think. I mean, come on, they've got some like pretty hardcore shows on there. You know, I mean, stars. They got stars on there. They got the Alien films, and you got making a kids fart joke. Bloody hell. But over the past few weeks, Ezra had been watching a lot of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, the original 80s show that I used to watch when I was a kid. And it's another one that used to be on Going Live when we were kids. Anyway, we found this new one called Spidey and His Amazing Friends. So it's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy. So it's like that, but it's PJ Masks, but but done with Spider-Man characters instead. So you got.
Is that the one where the webs look like dead, massive and weird and stuff like that? When you shoot the webs, it kind of is one of the episodes where they're trying to block up water. On the dam. Yeah. When I was in Hastings, Georgina's nephew likes it, and he was watching it as well. Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah, it's just basically PJ Masks, but with Spider-Man characters.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But we just finished about a 4-hour Blue marathon tonight, so I'm happy anyway. So over the past few months, I have been watching. Well, recently, the past week or two, I've been watching Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh, we started watching that. That's brilliant.
Mouthful. What was that again?
Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. It's like
what's his name, Ian?
Guillermo del Toro.
One more time for
fun. Guillermo del Toro. You try saying it.
I can't even speak English. I'm not going to say that. Guillermo del Toro. Did I get that right?
Guillermo del Toro. Oh. He made Blade 2.
Oh, okay.
And he wrote The Strain.
But not Blade 3.
No, fucking hell. That was David S. Goyer, that one.
That was terrible, that one.
I don't know. It did start like a massive man crush for me and Ryan Reynolds.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't think Ryan Reynolds has got a crush on you at all.
No, it was me. I had the man crush on Ryan Reynolds. I did have the Hannibal King outfit. I had the mustard leather jacket. I had my hair, my beard was shaped like him. I had the what's it called, the cow skull belt buckle. Oh yeah. I styled myself in late 2003 on that character. I'm not gonna lie.
Can we just appreciate though that Wolverine's coming back into a Deadpool movie?
Yes, I am. We can appreciate that.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah. But back to the Cabinet of Curiosities. It's a bit like the Twilight Zone. It's a different like horror story every week.
Yeah.
First 2 are just brilliant. Very Lovecraftian, which is right down my alley.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and watch the rest. But I have been binging a lot of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. So it's a 6-episode show back from 2004 because the new book came out yesterday. So as of recording, this is the 4th. It was released on the 3rd, and I've been listening to it on Audible, and it's just absolutely brilliant. If you want to hear me just gush about Garth Marenghi and Dark Place and Matthew Holness, just listen to the previous episode. And what else have I been watching? Take a look. I've been watching. I watched Dope Sick on Disney Plus. She-Hulk, the show that I watched.
Yep, She-Hulk was good.
I liked She-Hulk. I thought it was actually quite clever and quite funny.
It was. It was. No, it was good.
No, it's good. I think it got an unfortunate bad rap. I think. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Especially not Deadpool. Daredevil doing the Walk of Shame.
Yeah.
That whole last episode just fucking what did he do with fucking Abomination as well? Like we weren't sure if it was Abomination in that Shang-Chi movie because it wasn't mentioned, and then we actually find out it is him.
Oh no, we knew it was.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. But it wasn't mentioned, was it? Though, like it was actually the Abomination.
No.
And then he just looks stupid. He was so much better in the Hulk movie.
Personally, I think he looks a bit more comic book accurate in the TV show, though.
Yeah,
he does. He probably is more comic book accurate in what he is in the TV show, but he just looks so much better in the Hulk movie. It was just and either he's grown much bigger now as well. The Hulk shrunk, because he was only just a little bit bigger than the Hulk in the Hulk movie, but he's absolutely massive, and the Hulk's tiny next to him.
Yeah. Well, I think the way they explain, maybe I've been explained in the comics or in the show. It's like when he's Professor Hulk, he's smaller because, your normal Hulk, he's just filled with rage. I think that's right. Anyway,
I think that might be.
Yeah, but I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
I've only watched the first episode, but it was good what I saw. But I watched Andor.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so Andor, the new Star Wars series, is all right. What else? God, you'll think about 3 months of just binging stuff. But I've been watching stuff like Dope Sick on Disney Plus, which is a brilliant show starring Michael Keaton about the Xanax. Is it Xanax? It's about the Oxycontin. It's about Oxycontin, and that was meant to be a painkiller that wasn't meant, was an opioid. So it was that was meant to be addictive, but it actually was really addictive. And the way lots of people, it was I'll let you watch for yourself. I don't want to give it, I don't want to ruin it by giving it a bad, what's the word? Not accurate description of the show, but if it's on, it's brilliant. Watch it.
I'll tell you what I'm looking out for though, and it's out next Tuesday. I pre-ordered it. It better come out on that fucking day, because if it doesn't, I'll be furious. If it doesn't go to my address, God of War Ragnarok.
There's a mail strike on next Tuesday, right?
The sad thing is, there probably is.
There
you
isn't.
Know what, though? I think this will probably come by DPD though.
Oh, if it's DPD, you'd be all right. But no, the Royal Mail was meant to be on strike. They're not anymore. They called it off.
9th November. Right. Oh, it's that Wednesday it comes out. Sorry, not Tuesday. So Wednesday. But I think it's DPD. It probably will be DPD. I'm hoping it will be anyway. But I cannot wait for that game. I really cannot.
Sorry. So over the summer, we took the kids over to Geek Retreat in Warrington, which opened recently this year. That's on 4 Crown Parade in Warrington. You find it between Warrington Central Station and Dick's Bean Bar, so it's just up the road there. It's in one of the old alcoves. I believe it's where the arcade place used to be, if you remember that one in Warrington. So I'm just going to start off with an apology. Tommy did go a little wild, and I did forget that, even though he's 9, you still got to keep an eye on your kids. It's an absolutely brilliant place. The food was lovely. The staff was absolutely brilliant, really welcoming. If you want to follow them, they're on Facebook of Geek Retreat Warrington. They're also on Instagram. So just like to say, if you live in the local area, head down to Geek Retreat Warrington. The staff are more than welcoming. It's a really nice place to go, and they've got some great stuff on display. I mean, you've got a little library where you can read some books. You've got board games you can play with. They do some podcast recordings from there as well, and we've got they got games consoles. So you got all the games consoles at the back we can go and play on. It's really good. So you get the opportunity to go down and say hello and mention that we sent you as well.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Well, while we're mentioning stuff like that,
Mhm.
I know we need to crack on and what have you, but
Yep.
like I said, because we haven't mentioned it on the podcast, but I've
Mhm.
actually been working with Ben's high school, which is Ascend School, so that's special educational needs and disabilities, and I'm running Dungeons and Dragons for the kids as an after-school club. And just to put it out there, because I did email a load of companies to see if they'd send some free stuff, and only one company actually replied, and that was a company called Dice Dragons. So Dice Dragons, fantastic, thank you so much for donating stuff. They donated 8 sets of dice, 6 dice bags, 3 dice mats for rolling your dice on, and there's some really cool stuff, including a set of dice with little rubber ducks inside, so which the
Amazing.
kids absolutely loved, by the way. So there you go. Yeah, Dice Dragons, and it is literally just dicedragons.co.uk. If anyone is into like Dungeon Dragons, anything like that, and you want dice, they've actually got a Kickstarter for some ties with D20s on. So, but yeah, so there you go. Dice Dragons, absolutely fantastic. They supported what I was doing with setting up the club and stuff at Ben's high school. Yeah, and they were really, really generous, really nice. So there you go.
Brilliant. I'm brilliant. So we've done a couple of shout outs today, and I believe we've also got a caller coming in, and this is not a call-in show. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Mike. I just want to apologise. My uncle accidentally rang into your show before. We've tied him down now, so he won't be able to do it again. So you don't have to worry.
Okay. I believe he was mentioning something. I believe he's trying to start a project. Is that right?
Not that I know of. We'll speak about that in the future.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh,
It's
no.
Mike.
It's
Not
Mike.
this guy.
He's found his beat button.
I always knew where my beat button was.
It's also known as the on switch. Welcome back, Mike. So you come in at just the right time. We're about to talk about Ghostwatch again.
Right. Okay. I'll stay fairly quiet about this while you talk to the other guy because I spoke about it the other night.
Okay. So let's just pick up where we left off. So in 1992, I'll just give you a quick breakdown of what Ghostwatch is. Again, I'll just get the IMDb description of it again. Hopefully, I'll be able to read it out properly this time.
Finally.
So on 31st of October 1992, the BBC gave over a whole evening to an investigation into the supernatural. 4 respected TV presenters and a camera crew attempt to discover the truth behind the most haunted house in Britain. Expecting a light-hearted scare or two and probably uncovering a hoax, they think they are in control of the situation. They think they are safe. The viewers settle down and decide to watch for a laugh. 90 minutes later. So I put out on our socials asking if anybody had any memories about Ghostwatch. Now, I've had a couple of responses. So these are the ones from our Instagram. And the first one comes from Bill_L85. And she put pipes. That was Ghostwatch, right? And that was followed by Magical Lorna, who put, yep, couldn't sleep for weeks after it. Pipes has a lot to answer for. I'm getting a theme here about Mr. Pipes. This one comes from our Facebook page, and this was from Kevin Clare, and it was terrifying, pipes with a scared face. But the next one was sent to us on Messenger, and this is from Phil Hitchmo. So it's quite wordy, so I'm going to and honestly, reading this is probably better than our review of it. So this is what he put. This type of program is few and far between. It's never been a mainstream classic, but its cult classic status is well deserved. Long before the days of Derek and Yvette's Most Haunted Explosion, this was supposed to be loosely based on the phenomenon and happenings of 30 East Drive, Britain's most haunted home. Delivery from Michael Parkinson is beautiful, starting with a semi-open mind to then condoning and berating the family when it looked like a hoax. The footage of the shadow at the start was very clever because it makes you think, makes you actually question if you saw something or not. The real feel to it is maintained by all, and the reactions and developments of the emotional state and all involved builds it to a great crescendo and sucks you in. So much so, I actually took a few brief glances behind the sofa and into the corners of the room on slight trepidation. All in all, it is definitely an experience to behold. I would recommend this to anyone after something a little bit different from the norm. You just say that is wow, isn't it? Yeah, that's thank you, Phil. I think he summed it up beautiful there, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See, we could have just not done that whole episode. We could have just read that.
We could have, couldn't we?
We could have, yeah.
And not made glory hole jokes.
Oh no, that still would have happened.
That would be a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
it's definitely an opportunity. Okay. So this one is from somebody on Facebook, and they put, I remember thinking it was 100% real, and Sarah Green was screeching a lot. After Effects mostly not wanting to put my feet at the end of the bed for weeks on end, and my dad reflecting he probably should have not sent me to bed earlier. Now, is there any of you actually seen a proper photo of Pipes?
No.
Yes.
What do you mean, a proper photo of him?
Of Pipes from Ghostwatch?
Yeah, I have.
I haven't.
Okay, right. So I'm going to send you a picture on our private chat. It's downloaded. Right, I'm going to send it over now. And right, I've sent it over now. Now, does this look to you like somebody who's had a really bad accident with a glory hole?
Who had a bad accident with a glory hole?
Well, take a look at this picture and just tell me what you think. Yeah.
That looks like what's his name?
Pete from Gavin and Stacey.
No, I thought it was like what's the name? That zombie movie. Is it been in
28 days?
What?
28 days later?
No, it was the comedy zombie movie. I forgot his name now. He's been in Star Trek a lot as well.
Oh, I know you're on about bloody the guy, the Cornetto trilogy.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, that's his name. I thought it was Simon Pegg at first a bit.
It doesn't look anything like Simon Pegg.
I don't think he looks. What, like receding ginger?
Yeah, that's it.
But the rest of his face doesn't look anything like him.
Well, it's Simon Pegg beat up. There you go. That's all it is.
He's got much bigger
his
nose.
eye gouged out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look, think about it, glory hole. And look, there's somebody with a gaping hole in his eye. That guy stared into the glory hole and got no wonder he's haunting the place.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Uncle Dave found him.
That's how he died.
It's like
was there somebody stood upstairs in the window, by the way? Because like
it
the
looked
bit
like
that I
there was.
watched. Yeah, I thought that, but then
Are you on about it was just next to the curtains?
Yeah.
Yeah, they superimposed them onto that. Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and there's a few different ones. There's like one where he's reflected in the patio doors. There's a couple of different ones. Yeah, if you watch it very carefully, you do see him a few times.
Yeah.
So I've actually got the Ghostwatch behind the curtains. Just a quick plug: the appearances of Pipes within the show. So there's 8 photographs on here. Actually, there's a few photographs on here. So give me a second.
No.
He appears. So in the first one, he does get superimposed in the curtains. Now, when the psychologist is talking, you can see a shadow of him just behind her. He's in the crowd when Craig Charles is interviewing members of the public.
I thought you could actually send the photographs then.
I did. I got well, excited's a bit of a strong word. I wasn't excited, but
I was looking forward to actually look at them, not just the explanation.
I was expecting something.
And you should post them on the bloody socials as well.
Oh, well, I will. So I'm going to post. Okay, here's the first lot. So remember we was talking the last episode, Mike, about you see, like Jenny pointed out, you could see him like in the reflection in the patio window. Yeah, that's one of the appearances. So I was right. It was actually.
It was actually set up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't even notice he was in the crowd. I noticed him behind in the studio. And I noticed them near the curtains, and I noticed the window one because that was obvious.
The window one, I definitely noticed the bottom right one. Yeah, I noticed that one too. I didn't notice in the crowd, though.
No, I didn't either. Which is surprising because that's probably the most clear one.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
I didn't even notice that.
it's like kind of like Leatherface in the background a bit.
Yeah, but
It's
Just
a
get the
bit, isn't it?
chainsaw now and start running at him.
So he does, yeah.
I've got the coolest Chainsaw Massacre t-shirt a few months ago.
What's the other one?
So according to the Ghostwatch Behind the Curtains website, he appears in it, as we know, 13 times.
Which
That's
is a
in
good, is a good
2000.
number.
Yeah.
That makes sense though. Actually,
Hmm.
I didn't. Yeah, none of these. I would. Well, mate. I know. Do you know what? None of these I noticed.
They're probably meant to be subliminal.
Well, yeah, I think they were. Which I think even fucked people up even more because, like, looking at these, it is pretty fucked up to have like little flashes of this.
Yeah. I mean, it happened with Tyler Durden in Fight Club as well. He appears in it a few times before he actually appears in the film.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, but the thing about Ghostwatch was it wasn't. I mean, it's only ever been shown on TV just the once, and that was.
It got banned, didn't it?
It did. It got released, so did get released on VHS and it got released on DVD. I am going to say as well, it was re-released on Blu-ray, a special edition. Just on Monday, just gone. So on the 31st December 2022, for the 30th anniversary, it's been released on Blu-ray.
Does it come with a warning beforehand?
Yeah, probably will. Yes.
How funny is that? It's like watching it now. It's not scary at all, but
no.
I bet you they do put a warning on it.
But I think you couldn't go back to be watching Look Out for all these things unless you record it on VHS. Now I remember watching it again in 2009, 2010. I'm not going to say where I actually got a copy to watch it from because.
Well, that was just it, wasn't it? You couldn't really rewatch it unless you did hit record, and nobody did because it was just a daft show. No, it wasn't something you would record. It wasn't like your weekly show that you recorded. Like, oh, Doctor Who's on, I'll record that.
Oh, it's not on like iPlayer like it is now.
Well, we of course we didn't have iPlayer then.
No,
we had CFAX.
We did. Get the football results.
Yeah. Go on Channel 4 and play Bamboozle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just awakening something in Chris.
Yeah. I remember that.
Because that movie reminded me of The Conjuring 2.
Mm.
You want to hear a little funny story of that movie?
Go on.
Nope.
Yeah, so
we watched Nope last night. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. And
what's Nope?
The film, the Jordan Peele film.
Never
The
seen
new
it.
one.
Really?
It's only just come out.
Has it?
It's been it came out a few weeks ago.
We saw it at the cinema like a while back, but yeah, we watched it last night, and yeah, it's good. Anyway, carry on.
No, I love them, but I hate them as well. Horror movies, I'm one I'll get scared at anything. So the crappiest horror movie, I'll still get scared at it no matter what. And there was a bit where, cause obviously, my missus made me watch it because we put the first one on. And I found out there was another two. So obviously, I had to watch the fucking whole three of them. There was a bit in it where she's got her legs across my lap, and this is watching it, and there's a bit.
Stay used to Ghost then.
Is this Ghostwatch?
No, he's going on about Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
Conjuring 2. But my partner's got her legs across my lap because she's leaning back on the chair. We have a corner sofa, and we were watching it, and there was a bit in it where I think there's a bit where the ghost is behind the man sitting in the chair, and it scared me that much. I picked my missus's legs up and I bit down on her leg that hard.
What?
Just wait. Just wait.
See, this is the opposite with me and Jenny. I won't sit near Jenny when we're watching scary stuff because she does shit like that. But you're supposed to be the bloke.
Oh no!
Just wait.
I am bad for scary movies. I picked the leg up and I chopped down on it. And
why was that your first instinct?
Oh no!
Because he's kinky bastard. That's why.
What the fuck? No, I don't even think it's that. He was like just fight or flight, and that was his fight move.
I'm going first. Stop that.
Yeah, I just disable her and run away, bite into a leg and leg it.
It's like, if there's a stairs and I need to get past, and there's someone in a wheelchair, I'm pushing them down. But I don't know if you've seen the movie. Is it Curse of Lagula, something like that? It's called. And we were watching that movie. We were at Sisters for that, and she was kind of like lay across my chest. And we were watching the movie, and there was a bit that just made me jump. So like I've jumped, she started laughing, and then she turned around and went ah. So that made me jump, but I went bang right in the jaw, cracked the one in the face. Like,
oh my word!
And like a sister burst out laughing. Like even like George, you just started laughing her head off because I didn't do it too hard. I just like sort of.
Has anyone got the number for
forward.
social services?
Like I moved my hands forward and cracked her in the jaw, and like I was gonna apologize. I'm like sorry, and she was laughing her head off. But like I was like, oh my god, like I was like, don't scare me.
Right. Okay. Just
Okay,
going
so
back to that. Going back to that first
Greg's a wife beater now.
Do we club together and get her like some shin pads for Christmas or something?
Boxing gloves, maybe? Like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Cricket bat, yeah.
Cricket helmet. You know. Craig, so going back to that first story, was you watching Insidious?
No.
Are you sure?
Was it? Yeah.
No, can you saying the fella sat in the chair and the monster was right behind him?
There's a bit where there's a person in the chair. It is in Conjuring 2. He's sat in the chair, and it looks like the nun, doesn't it? It kind of looks like the nun, the thing from the nun. And let's have a look. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, and I'll send it.
Do you know what? I never remember any of these films because they don't scare me at all. So like,
like I'm the perfect person. Like
Jenny is as well.
The crappiest like scary movie, and it put the craps at me.
That's the only reason I watched them is because it's so funny watching Jenny get so scared, and like she literally screeches so loud when something scary happens, and I just fall about laughing. I won't say it though. I'm because she's a bit like Craig. She'll like thump you or something.
Yeah. No, we don't watch horror movies in our house.
Really?
Yeah. Not I think.
Jenny loves them, but also freaks out when she's watching.
That's what me. Like I said, I do like watching the scary movies, but that's what me. It puts me to that bit where I'm just like, oh, look at watch.
Yeah.
Like,
I've just desensitized myself from playing like VR and like horror games and.
It's weird. It's only like an image, but it's this guy. He's sat in a chair, and I've sent the photo. But when the woman turns around, it's got you can't see it, but the ghost is behind.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
The woman turns around, and the ghost is behind him.
Hold on, I haven't seen that film, so I thought you were talking about this one.
I'll have a look in a second. Let me just see if this.
Because that one scared the living shit out of me.
It's always fun to edit these parts, isn't it, Ian?
Mm-hmm. It's what I do when I've got Ezra 6 o'clock in the morning. Just put Bluey on for him, and I just sit there editing.
Oh, this is the bit where we went.
I might just keep this for the outtakes.
Good stretch. I literally got in, got changed, jumped on the computer, went, "Hi, Jenny." Went on the computer, switched the computer on, and jumped in. I was like, "I'm jumping in on this."
Yeah,
I remember sat on the couch with Tommy's and I shit myself.
So I was at my mate's lay on the couch, and he was with his partner at the time. Like we were all three of us watching it, and they were laughing at me more because I'm on the couch. I'm like, screaming. There's like these bits keep coming up. But yeah, I've just sent that link.
Yeah, I'm not watching that now. I'll watch it later.
I'm just watching it now with headphones on. So like,
it's only like a minute. If that, it's about a minute.
Yeah, it's 59 seconds.
So, like, if you skip to like 50 seconds.
No, the build-up's good.
Oh,
you guys carry on. You guys carry on talking.
I said in the last episode, I was talking about. I think the only thing we've filmed like horror film we watched there is Stephen King's It. We watched the original, the new one, the cinema, the first one. We haven't watched the second part yet. But
it's really good.
We bought the. I believe so. I've just not got around to watching it. But I have just finished watching a documentary about the making of the original miniseries I was talking about in the last episode. I saw it in HMB, so I went to a place and downloaded it and watched it last weekend. It's really good. It's a bit sad as well because you see doing an interview because like the lad who played Bill in as a kid, he killed himself. The fellow who played Ben as an adult. Oh God, what's his name? That famous actor as well. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy who played. So the guy who played Ben and the guys who played Ben and Richie as adults, they both died. One of a heart attack and one of a cancer, I'm sorry to say. And obviously interviewing Tim Curry now, and he's had a stroke, so he's just... I mean, you can see the spark still there, but it's sad to see him in that state.
I've not actually looked up Tim Curry since he's had a stroke, and I don't really want to see him like that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's sad.
I didn't realise he'd had a stroke.
Yeah, quite a few years ago.
He must be quite old now, though, isn't he?
He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's but they've actually finally released footage of him when he played the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Oh, nice.
My favourite Tim Curry moment ever has to be Command and Conquer.
Didn't he play Russian in it?
Oh God! If you just literally go onto YouTube and type in Tim Curry Command and Conquer, you'll instantly get the scene. I'll send you a link. Hold on a second.
But he's 75. He's my dad's age.
Oh God! So he's not old at all, really.
76. Yeah, 76. Some Grappenhall in Cheshire.
Mm-hmm.
Some round here.
We've got a shop over there.
Mike, your company's got shops everywhere.
True. But we won't mention the company's name.
No, we won't.
Isn't it?
Here it is. Got the link. This is absolutely hilarious. And I want to just watch it before I actually go on about it. He was told basically he had to put a Russian accent on. It's so good.
Oh, it's making my thing run low, so I'll just put it on my phone.
The build up. You can see he's like trying to piss himself laughing just before it.
He did have that uncanny ability to just massively overact. I remember watching him in the shadow.
In that though, he you can actually watch him like giggling to himself just before he does it. He does a little smile, giggles to himself, and then goes, "Spies."
Okay, well, that was a combo killer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay. So, in conclusion, what would you say about Ghostwatch?
For the time, probably put a shit up a lot of people. It's like a lot of things in it. Like when you watch from the past, like it's like watching some old movies. Like you think they're brilliant at the time, and then obviously when you get 30 years later, it's like, oh no, that doesn't hold up anymore. But yeah, I can see why it scared people like then. Like I said, a lot more people believe stuff back then. But now, if you try doing that now, I think you'd laugh. And turn, Chris said, turn it off after 20 minutes. And then, but yeah, like I said, it was all right.
In all honesty, though, like I watched it at the time, and it was a bit creepy and a bit like scary at the time. But then we went into school and we talked about it, and everyone was like ranting about it. And then it was within about a week, it was forgotten about. It wasn't like it didn't traumatize me in any way, and like it definitely didn't. I just thought it was a spooky thing that was on TV, and then oh Transformers. So,
yeah.
Like it didn't affect me in any way whatsoever.
I think for me it was it's something that just stuck with me. So even though the years went by and passed away from a lot of people's memory, it disappeared from a lot of people's memories. It's something that really stuck with me. And when like Facebook started again, they had back in Facebook earlier days, when you joined groups, like things you liked, and I remember just searching Ghostwatch for some reason, and I found the community of like Ghostwatch Behind the Curtains, and I thought, okay, I'm not alone. Obviously, there's other people out there who actually remember this program, and it really reignited my. This is back in 2008, 2009, and it just really reignited my, my passion for that, and I'm glad with the 30th anniversary coming through that I got to relive it in some aspect again, especially to talk about with other people, and especially when I put it on our socials. It's okay. We got a limited response, but it was a response that are normally around about the same things. It was people who were shit up by it, and it's obviously it's. I mean, we say in the last episode how people said it was it actually got attributed to the, it was one of the first shows that actually caused PTSD in children, which. Come to the information I had, it didn't. They said it showed some symptoms of it, but it wasn't. It just maybe caused higher than usual anxiety. But it's. I'm glad I was able to to talk about this, share the show, and hopefully, if there's people out there who've never listened to or never heard of it, to look it up. And Chris, what about you?
Well, like I said, I don't remember it at the time. When you said about it, to be honest, I thought it was going to be Yvette Fielding and
Derek Acora,
all that sort of thing. So yeah, I just have no memory. I've got no memory of this whatsoever, sort of thing. So, and I mean, me and Dawn were talking about it, and it's one of those where it's like, would I have watched it at the time? I don't know. Possibly not. So I mean, I'm not taking away from anyone who did watch it and enjoyed it and what have you. So, but I don't know if I would have watched it even if I had come across it, sort of thing. And watching it now, obviously, it's for kids. And I think nowadays you do get some kids stuff that is very clever that I think adults and parents can appreciate, and so on, and we can watch these things and really enjoy them and get a lot from them as well. I think back then that wasn't the case. It was, this is a kids show, so this is for kids, which kind of baffled me a little bit, because it's a case of, well, if this is for kids, then why is it so boring? But
well, that was the thing.
It wasn't at the time. No, I don't think it was.
That's what I mean. So it's hard for me to kind of
look back,
get my head around a bit. Because maybe I would have watched it at the time and I wouldn't have found it boring. I would have thought, "Oh, what's going on there?" and all that sort of thing. But whereas now it's just childish giggling at the fact that they talk about glory holes. So and, exactly like that. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, thank you very much for joining us. We are back, and we'll be back with some more episodes. Woo-hoo! A lot sooner than previously. But hope you all have a good. Craig. Ugh, Craig.
What have I done?
Craig Lipstick. Craig Lipstick.
Your mother sucks in hell. Your mother sucks.
Craig Lipstick. Craig Lipstick.
Sucks in hell. Your mother sucks in hell.
As long as it's through a glory hole, I'm happy.
Craig Lipstick's bean bar. Craig Lipstick's bean bar. Sorry, what was that?
I don't know.
Sorry, I want to do a Derek Acora impression. Sorry.
And I was doing something I was taking the piss out of The Exorcist.
Yeah. Before we do go, I was going to interject. I was going to say, I know with your experiences with possessed children, I probably wouldn't have been good enough. It probably would have been quite scary for you, Chris, wouldn't it? Especially after the whole Care Bears business.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yes, absolutely. Right. So what I was going to say is, because Halloween's just passed, did any of you have a Halloween tradition of what film you normally watch on Halloween?
The Care Bears movie.
Obviously.
No,
kind of. We try and, especially with lockdown and so on, what we've been doing is going to we've been over the last couple of years been to some drive-through scare things, which has been really cool.
I've seen them. They did one at Alton Tower, not Alton Towers.
Camelot. There's one.
Camelot.
That
was
it. Camelot on at the moment. That we've
apparently it's brilliant.
There's one that we drove through the other year, and that was down Birmingham Way, and that was really good. It's a company called Area 51 that do all the effects and stuff. And this year they were doing it, and they've stopped doing the drive-through stuff now. So now there's a lot of walk-through stuff.
Yeah, I did one up in York years ago in the York Maze, and that was absolutely brilliant. It was terrifying.
Yeah, well, we went to one down at Watton House, which is on the outskirts of Loughborough, actually, which is where I went uni, and it was really good. It was about witch finders and stuff like that, and it was really cool, actually. So, we try and do stuff like that. And Ben's costume, which is obviously now getting to the point, because he has very specific ideas as to what he wants to dress up as, and it turns out that I have some fairly decent costume making skills.
You do. So, it's amazing.
Yeah, seen that the other day. Oh my god, that was good.
The Dr. Eggman / Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, that was so good.
It was amazing.
Out of an alien mask, out of all things.
So it worked so well. I think if it's your permission, Chris, we'll be able to put that on the socials.
I don't see why not. I'll double check and what have you. And I'll give you a shout,
of course.
Get back to us, yeah.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, Craig, do you have a Halloween film or a Halloween tradition?
Not really. I used to, before all turn all the lights off and make sure I'm knocked on the fucking door and go to bed.
You old man.
Jesus
Misery
Christ, it would be you, wouldn't it? It would be Craig.
That's terrible. Oh, yeah.
But now it is more like I put some decorations up and that, and let her answer the door and give the sweets out and all that crap.
Yay.
Put a couple of razor blades in the sweets.
Give the sweets out reluctantly.
Oh yeah.
Take one, madam.
Well, that reminds me actually, because we've got some of those Hue lights, the Philips Hue bulbs and so on.
Oh yeah.
And I move them. Well, we've got one on the outside light. We've got one. It's in our gaming room, but I moved that into the hall. And Ben's got a bedside light, which is one that goes in our front window.
Hue lights.
And then I have an app that plays all these sound effects and music and hook it up to our Echo Dot and have that playing out the window, and all these lights are going off and the sounds and everything.
It's easy.
I have a lot. We have a lot of fun over Halloween. Yeah. We enjoy Halloween. It's great.
I mean, I think in my house, I normally just, everybody's in bed. I pop on I put me pumpkin in front of the TV, light it, and then turn the lights off and watch the original Halloween. Except for this year, normally I did. I mean, I did post on our socials, like I was saying in the last episode, that I had a playlist. I was going to watch Werewolf by Night, then the original Halloween, followed by Ghostwatch and Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Did you watch Werewolf by Night?
I still haven't watched it yet. That's the only one I've watched.
No, I want to watch it because it's episodic. And we were going to watch it the other night, and then we ended up watching that the other one that the guy who made Coraline made.
Oh yeah, the one you
watched that instead. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called now, but
yeah.
Well, it's not episodic anyway. Werewolf by Night.
It's just a one-off.
Special.
Yeah.
It's a special presentation, so it's just a one-off. Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
It's good. I enjoyed it. It's
had good write-ups,
different to other stuff, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought
Had fantastic write-ups. Yeah. So is it good?
Yeah.
Like you'd recommend watching it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll
Even if you don't actually enjoy it, I mean, you know what I'm like. I'd recommend people actually watch stuff and try stuff out anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think you'd probably enjoy it as well. To be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I've seen the trailer and I was like, I kind of want to watch this.
Yeah, it looks really good, and I've heard really all the reviews I've heard. Nobody said a bad thing about it, so I'm more than happy to give it a sit down and watch.
It's proper like B movie, like
that's the kind of what I like about it, though.
Oh, it's the aesthetics are brilliant.
It's so different from everything Marvel have done before, and like I'm like, what the hell? Like, I need to watch this.
Yeah, but yeah, so that pretty much covers it. What I was going to say was I ended up watching The Exorcist instead because that was on BBC, which this year is actually. For Halloween, the BBC's actually really knocked out the park. I mean, they had The Exorcist, The Evil Dead on iPlayer. Got some really good horrors on there. And there's a documentary about the Exorcist as well, what I forgot to mention. It's one made by Mark Commode, about just before it got re-released. So
that's on iPlayer.
That's on iPlayer, so I'd watch it now. It's really good.
Before it disappears.
Yeah, definitely. So give it a watch. So that's the Exorcist on iPlayer now. Evil Dead, the original, and the Mark Commode Exorcist documentary. I would give it a watch. It's brilliant.
Is it the unedited version of the original Evil Dead?
I don't know if it's the unedited version.
Does it have the tree rape scene in it?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
I was going to say, I bet it doesn't.
But I do have it on DVD, so
I do as well.
I can watch that bit, yeah. But we saw about that anyway. But yeah, so that is it for this week.
No. Before we go, I just need to tell you a little Halloween story. It's not a scary story in any way.
It's about you in a glory hole.
No, not at all. That would be Uncle Dave. No, basically, my mum, where she lives, it's like private estate and like quite a nice area. And she was moaning at me one year, and she was like, I buy all the sweets every year. Nobody ever knocks on my door. We might get one or two trick or treaters. Nobody ever knocks on my door. And I was like, well, you need to dress up your house. And then like people will knock on the door. And she was like, no, they won't. I said, tell you what, I'll come over. I'll dress your house up in the daytime and see if anyone knocks then. So I went over, tons of fucking lights and all sorts. Went over with several pumpkins. I carved all these pumpkins, put lights up, put all the spider webbing up. I had there was a set of stairs. I had one pumpkin vomiting down the stairs. So basically, the guts from outside of all the pumpkins to have it vomiting down the stairs. And I put lights in them and everything. And I'd done this place up like it was like amazing. Went home and like, okay, see you later, Mum. I'm going home now. She rang me at 11 o'clock and she went, the kids won't stop knocking. They keep fucking. I was like, well, turn all the fucking lights off. Apparently she was like out of sweets by like about 9 o'clock and she was just like, I want to go to bed.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And that's it. That's a little story.
That is actually really good. I think what I was going to say is, if you just put pumpkins outside, it normally is just an invite to like, okay, we will give you.
We give sweets out.
Yeah,
but when you dress it up to the nines, they're like, that one definitely gives sweets out.
Oh yeah. That's what we kind of figure. If you've got pumpkins outside your house, then you're likely to be answering the door and playing into the whole thing and what have you. So
yeah, if curtains are closed and it's all in pitch black, don't fucking knock there.
Yeah,
they don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah, it's just Craig. It's Craig hiding from the monsters behind the couch.
Oh, no one gone. One for you. One. Piss off.
Okay, well, that's all for this week. We'll be back very soon with some more episodes. Have a good time and bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Geeky Dads Strike Back. Same shit, different name.
The Geeky Dads Strike Back is brought to you by Studio Grey School.